Alright, what's up guys? This is episode 3 of the combat tutorials. Today I'll probably implement something like camera shake, sound effects, hopefully a punch barrage, like the ones in JoJo, I know, right? JoJo reference. But here is a camera shaker module. I got it off the Roblox developer forum. Like this is made by like some professional dudes, so like I don't know, I probably couldn't make it, but it's kind of advanced, so that's why people can just get off the dev forum. I'll teach you how to use the module. I'll put the module in the description, or the dev forum post. And also, you're gonna want to get yourself a hit sound effect. I already have one because it's from Bizarre Battlegrounds. So, I mean, just like go find a hit sound effect. They're probably not that hard to find. So yeah, I guess we'll just do that. So I'm just gonna put this somewhere like a replicated storage FX or something, I don't know. I'm making a new folder called sounds. Why is my computer making noises? Alright, so just put the sound effect into the sounds folder, and then we'll leave camera shake there for now, but I'll implement the sound. Okay. So here for our server script, let's just play the hit sound effect whenever we hit someone. So here, let's have this. Turn play on remove on here, and then just we'll clone the sound and then we'll just delete it. So strong punch hit. Yeah, I think this is it. So let's just do this. Let's make a variable for the sound folder actually. This tutorial should probably be kind of easy for you guys now if you've been following. Now, since we have play on remove on, I think what happens is it will play whenever you delete the sound or whenever the sound is destroyed. So we just have to clone it and then destroy it, and it should play. So let's see, whenever we punch them, that sound should play. Yeah, I mean there's a little bit of lag there, but you saw that. Alright, and now let's do a camera shake. So what we're going to want to do here is we're going to remote. And this is going to be like a client remote event. So we're just going to make a separate local script for this remote because the camera shake is client sided. Yeah. Oh, okay. So here, let's do. And then instead of firing the remote, we'll actually, yeah, hold on. Let's just set up the camera shaker first. So we'll just throw that into replicated storage. And now I think how it works is let's do this real quick. I think this is how it works. So actually, hold on. I think I'm gonna go look at the dev forum post. Sorry, I was spamming Duke's master earlier. So you can see it says local camera shaker, local cam shake equals camera shaker.new enum.render priority.camera.value function shake cframe, etc. We probably don't need to worry about this because this is just something that was in the module in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really need to explain this. Yeah, so let's do that. Actually, we need to get the camera first. Alright, and just copy what he did. So yeah, that's pretty much what he did. And then okay. How about let's just try this. Let's just test it out. So um I'll explain this in a little bit. I'm just gonna test this out real quick. Okay. New is not a valid member of module script. Very cool. Oh, okay, I see. Camera shaker, we have to require this. Because remember with the ragdoll, module scripts have return values. Okay, actually I think we have to add a little bit of weight. Let's just add like a 5-second wait, and then it should shake the camera. I guess not. Hold on. Okay. I forgot to start the camera, so. Yeah, just do cam shake start. That's temporary though. I'm going to make this better. Let's see. Alright, that was a very slow shake, but yeah, it worked. So that's good. So now we're going to make it a fire client thing. So yeah. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to there's 4 numbers you saw. One of them was like time and stuff like that. There's like time, fade in, fade out, magnitude or something like that. So we're gonna have it fire a table to our client. So you know how we have the fire server where you can fire information from the client to the server, like here on server event. There's a remote event thing. You can fire information from the server to the client. So that's what we're gonna do here. So Let me just check what each number means. Okay, so it's magnitude, roughness, fade in, and fade out. So let's just define each of those. And then we don't want to have, I guess, you know what? Let's do length as well. Let's just input a fifth value. And then we're going to actually shake the camera. So yeah, that should be pretty easy to understand. And then we'll just do a client on client event for this. So camera shake remote. So that should work. Now we're going to go to the server and let's define our camera shaker remote. Let's see, where did I put the remote? I put the remotes here. So, and then let's do another function here. Yeah, so this should be pretty easy to understand. So, I don't feel like typing all this. Let's just copy this. And then that should be easy. So basically, what Fire Client does is you have to fire it to a certain player's client. So in this case, we're firing it to our local player, which is why we're firing it to get player from character script out parent, because yeah, it's our character, the player's character. And then we're firing a table of all of our camera shaker values that we just saw on the client that I explained. So let's try that out. Let's just do this. I don't really know what exact values to put in this. You can test it out, I guess. Let's just try that. I don't know how all it's gonna work. It should shake your camera whenever you punch. Yeah, this is a little bit of shake. Um, we're definitely gonna have to turn it up by a lot. So let's just do that. Let's just turn up roughness actually. Yeah, not 100, 10, 10, 10. Now Let's just test this, I guess. Alright, I guess that works. So there's our camera shake, but I guess it's a little long. Maybe we'll try 0. Okay, this is a little bit annoying, but you know, we'll get it eventually. Don't leave. Okay. Let's just keep it there. So that's a thing that we did. Let's do Barrage. Yeah. So first, I wanna do the thing where there's those extra arms, you know. But I have. Okay, hold on. All right. So normally I would just like duplicate the arm of a character and then just animate it. But as you can see, it loses this shape because it's not attached to a humanoid object. So what I'm thinking that we could do is let's just delete everything except for the humanoid root part and one arm. So it's just humanoid root part, one arm, and the humanoid. And would you look at that? It worked. So it's kept the shape. Basically, let's just animate it like this. So let's go to our regular animator, and then we'll make a new one. And then okay, actually I think I'm gonna use Moon Animator because I want to use an easing thing. So just file, new. You could probably look up a tutorial on how to use Moon Animator. Oh, okay, hold on. Alright, so what I want to do here, we'll move this to like the middle of the back. And then we'll just move this to the front. Alright, so I guess that works. So I think that's a good animation. And then we'll just do that with the other arm as well. So, because we're going to end up destroying one of them, so. Okay, this is the hardest part for me, making it symmetrical, but it's fine. Sorry if you can hear my sister and her retarded friends playing Among Us in the background. Alright, I think that works. So, let's export this. So let's just get that animation somewhere. We'll probably end up moving it, but I just want to paste the ID. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is let's just make a function called extra arm thing or whatever, so that we can have those extra arms during our barrage. Actually, you know what? Let's make this a module script. Let's just be cool like that. So let's so I guess it should be pretty easy from here. Let's move the animation into that, and then let's rename it. So first thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna clone the character. And then we're gonna destroy everything except for the left, or the one arm. And you see I have left right here, we're gonna make this like a random thing with math.random. So we're just gonna destroy everything. Except for the, so let's just say that this is, 1 is left and 2 is right. So let's do, let's destroy, okay. Okay, so if it's not the left arm, or it's not the humanoid report, or it's not the humanoid, we're gonna destroy. And then let's just copy that over to the right. So there we go. Now we're just gonna load the animation and have it play, I guess. Actually, you know what? We have to clone this thing, so here. Actually, hold on. Let's make this massless. I already explained what massless did, so I could only explain that again, but yeah, so here's our thing. If you paid attention till now, it should be pretty easy to understand. So okay, we're going to weld this to our character. So okay. So we're going to set the C-frame, and then we're going to weld this. Oh, hold on, arm thing. You have to set the arm thing, yeah. So now let's just set the parent of this to our character. Let's add it to debris. Let's just give it 1 second for now. We're going to change this. And now we're going to make this play the animation. So this is going to be kind of cool. Let's see if it works now. So, yeah. I might have forgot something, but that's just what testing's for. So, let's run this on our character by... Whoops. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Line 24 apparently. Attempt to index nil with C-frame. Oh, character. Okay, wow. Yeah, okay, let's try that again. See, this is what testing's for. Alright, now attempt to index nil with get children. What? Alright, so I found a problem is that you can't actually clone people's characters. So we're just gonna make a rig out of this. It's not very hard. Let's just duplicate this dummy. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete everything except for the humanoid part, humanoid, and yeah. But first, let's go to the, oh, okay, also we can't delete the torso. Okay. Let's disconnect this right shoulder and left shoulder motor 60. So just remove the part 1. And now just delete everything. Alright. Set the transparency to 1, and now there should be a thing called that like defines the shape of your body parts. If you have something like the legs that I have, there's a class name for that. Let me just, it's called a character mesh. Okay. So let's move this arm rig into the FX. And what we're gonna do is so we're gonna get that rig, and then here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna clone the shirts and pants. So we're gonna get the, if it's like a character mesh and stuff, and then we're gonna clone that. And then now we're going to we need to clone one arm, and we're going to attach it to this motor 60. So yeah, so we have the clone, and then we're gonna set the parent. So we have that. We're setting the part 1 of this motor 60, which is the thing that animates, to your arm clone, so that we should have a rig. So let's just copy paste this over. Okay, so now let's try it. Yeah, there we go. So now that that works, we actually need to set the can collide of this. Actually, hold on. Oh, we have to make it so that this can't collide with anything. So we're gonna have to do some collision groups, because that would be very annoying if these could collide. So yeah, I'll do that. So we're just gonna use physics service for this. So let's just do that really quick. So if it's a base part, actually we need to create the collision group first. Let me see. Create collision group, yeah. Let's just call it FX, and then we're going to set this. So set part collision group, yeah. So now let's try. Hopefully it shouldn't collide with our character. Oh, API only on the server. Okay, that's not fine. Oh, okay. One with that name already exists. Um, I mean, we could just, uh, here, let's delete this, and let's just add a script that makes a collision group, because, like, that's the easiest solution. There's a probably easy fix to this, but it doesn't matter. Is it still colliding? It is. That's very weird. Alright, so I think we just have to set it so that it can't collide. As you can see here, it sets these two. So it says it's like green objects cannot collide with obstacles. Okay. So we just make it so that it can't collide with the default. Now hopefully it should work. Yeah, as you can see it's not colliding. I don't know why it's all the way up there. That's a little bit weird. Okay. It's because the head is the primary part for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, so as you can see, that works. Maybe let's make it a little bit faster. So I think you can change the playback speed of an animation. So that 0 and 10 just sets like the fade in and the wait. But the 2, I'm just making it 2 times faster. Alright, now we're going to destroy it a little bit faster. And now let's make them like fade out. Actually, you know what? Let's make it a little bit more random. So that'll just make it so that this will spin in a random negative 45 to 45. It'll just rotate. It's working, but I don't know why it's rotating the character. Okay. So I think, are these massless? Aha. They're not massless. Let's make, let's see if it works now. That's a little bit weird. Here, I'll be right back. Alright, so I don't know. I couldn't really find a solution. It's probably because the thing is a humanoid, but we can't really get rid of that. So let's just delete the part where it actually welds, because that is the reason why it was affecting our actual character. And then, let's see. This is RyGuy. Let's let's anchor the humanoid part. And now, it should work fine. Yeah, alright. So now we're gonna tween the transparency. So I think you already know how to do tween info, so And then let's just tweak the transparency. I think we could just tween it here. It might be a little bit easier, so. Also, sorry if I'm not really like going in depth that much with these tutorials anymore, but like you should be able to understand. So I went really in depth with episode 1, I think, but I think now you pretty much learned everything basic you need to make an okay combat game. Yeah, that seems to work pretty well actually. Now let's make a barrage animation. Alright, so I pretty much got the animation. It's pretty simple, I guess. I'm not going to add any leg data so that you can actually walk. Let's just export it. So now, we can do pretty much the same thing as any other move. Let's paste the animation in. And then let's add our mode event, and let's just script it like any other move. So we're going to add it to the client. So we have it to the client. Now let's add it to the server. So let's hide all these functions for now because we don't need them. We need hitbox. Okay, so let's get our barrage remote. And let's add a barrage function. Okay. Actually, let's see. On punch. Alright, now let's add a barrage cooldown as well. I'm not gonna make it so like if you hold the barrage it'll attack. Actually, I guess I could, but nah, it's fine. So let's add a debounce as well for the barrage cooldown, I guess. Where did I put the? Oh, there it is. All right. So yeah. Oh yeah, player. And then let's set barrage cooldown to true. And then let's actually script the barrage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a loop so that the script will run like every 0.1 seconds, and it'll hit someone every 0.1 seconds. So let's do this. So let's do a coroutine so that it'll stop the barrage after, let's say, 3 seconds. So if we look at our coroutine from here, coroutine create, and then you can resume it. So and then let's just do, actually let's make a variable called barraging as well. So let's set barraging to true. So, and then let's resume this coroutine. So now let's actually do this barrage. So we're going to put a while loop. So while we're barraging, we will do this. We have to add a wait here because you saw what happened last time when my entire studio crashed because I didn't destroy the rock and it kept spamming it. So we're going to do a while barraging do, and then actually let's load the animation. So if you look up here, where is it? There, yeah, animator, load animation, rock animation. Alright, so let's add a variable for the barrage animation. And then let's load it here. So while barraging do, let's do an extra arm effect. So if you can remember here, um, let's get that function. Alright, and then let's set extra arm. Okay. Player.character, and then we're going to do the math.random1 2 to decide left or right. And then let's stop the animation. Now this should work. So if I press E, I'm going to start barraging. It's not going to do any damage, but it's going to barrage. Okay, I guess it won't. So barrage keeps eating chatting. So let's see if it prints on the client. If it fires the remote. And then let's print it on the server. If it's... Oh, you know what? Forgot. Yeah. Forgot to make it actually run. So let's test that again. and it should barrage for 3 seconds. Okay. Oh, you know what? Here. We have to set the animation priority higher. I should have probably done this with the other animations, but you know, it just makes it so that it actually will play. So well, it's like layers, you know, if you ever used like Photoshop or something, the layer on top will be seen on top of others. So it's kind of like that. Yeah, there we go. So now we're barraging for 3 seconds. Isn't that cool? Does no damage, but we're still barraging. I want to make the angle on this a little bit more like dramatic. Maybe let's add some up and down as well. I don't know which axis that is, but trial and error, right? Alright. Okay. I got an error. Hold on. Probably added too many parentheses. Alright. So let's do that again. Yeah, there we go. Look at that effect. So now let's actually add the hitbox. So like you remember with the on punch, strong punch hit, let's just copy this because it'll basically be the same, but we're gonna add like a little decal or something. So yeah, we're going to add a function. Okay, and then let's actually do also a hitbox. So let's just make them take like 1 damage, actually probably 2 damage. And then body velocity will probably just be like 8 or something. We don't want it to knock very far. We also don't want it to ragdoll. So yeah, let's try it now. Um, let's see. Yeah, hitbox. So it should do a little bit of damage, and it should knock them a little bit, but not that far. Okay, attempt to call instance value function barrage. On line 205, barrage hit. What? Oh, hitbox thing. Okay. That's what I got wrong. So now let's try again, and it should work. Or not, I guess it didn't work. Let's see if it's actually hitting them, so... Oh, what? Oh, okay, I see. It was just creating functions the whole time. Okay. That's a little bit canceled, but it worked. It's also extremely overpowered. Okay, so now let's actually add a little bit of a hit animation. A hit animation. So this one would be pretty simple. Just like go here and then make it look like he got hit. This one will be pretty simple. So let's just add this hit animation somewhere. Let's just add it in the script. And then let's make them load it. So let's just make them load this and play it. Let's get the hit animation. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So we got a nice working barrage. Let's get like a little bit of a particle emitter on them, so it'll make like a little explodey looking thing. I'll show you. Alright, so I just got a hit effect. I made it in Photoshop. You can't really see it that well here. It looks kind of like P, but you know, not important. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna insert a part, and I'm gonna make this part really small. I'm gonna make it invisible. I'm naming it hit particle. It's gonna be can collide off, and I'm not gonna anchor it. So look, I'm inserting a particle emitter. The texture is going to be the hit effect particle that I just made. And now it's not going to go up. So we're just going to test this real quick. We're going to mess with the particle. Lifetime? No. Alright. Now let's do this. You can mess with the size. Okay, hold on, my size got undone. Alright, now there should be a function called emit, which will just make it emit once, so let's see. Yeah, alright. Let's put that hit particle in the effect, and let's make it so that it'll clone, and it'll like weld to the enemy. So here, we're going to make it so that it it clones to the end of our arm that hits, or you know what, let's just make it go random on the torso. I'll show you. Alright, then we're going to set the particle C frame. So alright, so we're just going to make the C frame go kind of random, I guess. Okay, and then so I don't know if the particle will disappear after it gets destroyed. I think it should just naturally disappear. But if not, then that's fine. We can just add it to debris. Alright, yeah, it doesn't naturally. Alright. That's fine. Let's just... Alright, now there should be particles whenever we hit them. I think that was a little bit slow. Those particles are a bit slow. Alright, let's see now. Alright, yeah, see, I think that works well. And now, you know what? Let's add a bone-breaking sound effect to the rock. This tutorial's probably gonna be pretty long. But I'm having fun with this, so. What? You know what, let's just add this. Let's make this pretty loud. Jesus, I do not like that sound. We're gonna do the same thing with the head particle. So when this rock gets touched, it is going to play that sound, and it's going to be disgusting. Alright, this is gonna be kind of cringy. Oh! But hey, we got a lot done today, actually. Next time, maybe I can make some click combat. So, that's cool. I think, you know what, let's add a little bit of camera shake. Just to spice it up a little bit. Actually, I think what we could do is let's just add camera shake if they get hit. Alright. Now all of our moves should have camera shake. So let's test that out. Yeah, alright. Now let's test the barrage, should shake. That looks very intense. Jesus. And now, yeah, that's actually really nice. And notice how it doesn't shake if you don't hit them. The barrage shake is a little bit intense. Let's bring that magnitude down to like 2.5. Yeah. Maybe we can make this animation play a little bit faster. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay. and I made it so that it also works if you're wearing a shirt. So let me put on a shirt for my character. As you can see, I got the Lil Nas X arm, and I got my shirt. So look. As you can see, the arm and the shirt is also working with that, which I think is pretty great. I think we need to make this angle more extreme. Alright. Yeah, that's really good. So, I can wear no Lil Nas X arm, and it still works very well. It's actually working surprisingly well. This is probably my favorite one. Oh, it looks like the transparency is a little bit broken. That's kind of sad. Yeah. I can also do it with Lil Nas X. Look at that, dude. This is not. This is bleh, ruin the joke by not being able to talk. This is literally the best fighting game ever. You can beat people up as Lil Nas X, dude. Where else can you find that? It's beautiful. Look at me throwing rocks at people as Lil Nas X. Look at this. Intense fighting, right? Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. Maybe I'll add a walk animation in between just because the walk is kind of bland right now. Alright, see ya. Alright, look at me being very good at what I do. Right now, you're able to strong punch and throw rocks during your barrage because I forgot to add that. So as you can see, I just punched, which is an easy fix, of course. Just on punch and not barraging. Just add that. Alright, then that's an easy fix. You're not able to punch during your barrage anymore. As you can see. You could punch afterwards, but not during it. I need to stop. I'm having too much fun. This is too much fun. Alright. Now see you. Like and subscribe.